All right, folks, I got another pinball video here. This one's pretty interesting. It's on a game that we typically would not see, especially here stateside in the United States. It's called MACH 2.02. What can only be interpreted as a poor translation. MACH 2.02 is the title of this game. And this game is a game by Spinball. You may know Spinball from making Jolly Park, which is a pretty cool game with a roller coaster kind of amusement park theme. And then there's another one, for whatever reason, it's escaping me right now, the name is. But, and I'll think of it here in a minute, there's three of them, and they're all pretty good. There's a DMD game. Pretty weird and unique game. So you can see I cracked this thing open, I got it working. Had to do a few things to get it working. But I wanted to kind of spend a little bit of time and just go through and document this thing because there's just not a lot out there on it. But it is pretty cool. Actually, to be honest, the game is kind of neat. It has some neat stuff to it. And this one's been in storage for some time. And I'll stop the video here and show you a couple cool things with the game, and I'll lift the play field and whatnot. But I figured I'd take a video of this for posterity just so you guys could see it. All right, well, here is the cabinet. Pretty interesting cabinet, to be honest with you. If you look at the sides of it, it's not flat on the bottom. It actually kind of slopes down, and there's only one real flat part. It's that part there, and everything else sloped. It makes it really kind of hard to move, to be honest with you. Pretty terrible idea if you want to ever move this thing around. But it's pretty packed underneath. There's a lot of stuff to this game. You can see, Subway. It's got some ball kickouts and a trough, and it's got some light boards and some interesting stuff for sure. So just kind of shooting this for record because there's not a lot out there on this thing. Here's the best hack on the game. Here's the board set. Check this resistor out. Whoa. The big sand resistor. So it's a 1 kilo ohm resistor that someone decided to do some math on. But here's the board set. Pretty wild. That's one of my meters. I've been tinkering on this thing and I got her working, but there's not a lot out there on this stuff. And pretty cool setup. There's a power rectifier right there, and almost like a power rectifier board. And there's a lot of different kinds of boards in this thing. There's sound over here, and another sound board, like a speech board. It looks like. There's the main MPUs right there. There's a driver board, coil driver board, display driver board, and like an interconnect board that looks like a mess. Look at this interconnect board. Oofta, right? You get some cracked solder joints, you're going to have a fun afternoon. Another thing to take a look at back here is the transformer. So you'll see the one on the right is the one the game ships with. That's a transformer. This game is running 220. Someone had Americanized this thing and put another transformer on there, so it's a step down from 220 to 110 or 120, and that's what that black one is. So this game's okay to play, and it's wired for 120 volts. So there's a speaker in the back. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I'll show you the next go. So here's the back box, and honestly, there's no boards back here. You can see there's some wing nuts on this thing and a couple board stops up here, and it really just holds the back box lighting. So pretty interesting. There's your DMD. This is pretty cool. This is actually painted. So they had screened some artwork on here, and it's powdered and painted, so it looks really nice. The back box is kind of goofy here, and on this side, we need to do a bit of a repair because this thing, when it was unwrapped, did not make it. So we will fix that. But not a lot of complicated art there, so we'll be able to fix the artwork. The back box is held in with bolts. I didn't have any short bolts. I only had long ones, but they'll hold. So I'll need to find some shorter bolts. But that's kind of the game. So I just wanted to show you that. I'll turn it on and try and get some gameplay and sounds and stuff. It's kind of goofy. Oh, and one quick thing. This play field is basically a Lexan. It's a thick, like Lexan overlay over some press board, particle board, which is a dangerous combo if you get any water in between them. So you definitely want to make sure you don't get any moisture there. But yeah, so that's what you're playing on here. And I shot a little bit of novice on part of this play field up here, and looks pretty good. There's a few spots. These things are weird. It's got these little plugs in there, these little metal studs. But you can see how they can do some 3D look in here by having clear artwork and some hues underneath, which I thought was kind of neat. So they have that effect a little bit. And on the back side of these, what I call inserts, they're not inserts, they're actual just artwork. They put that reflective stuff. So it's kind of cool. It's got the ramp. It's got a couple planes. They're both American planes, oddly enough. U.S. Air Force. So that one's a little dirty, but yellowed. But it's got a ramp that goes behind the backboard and then back in play and some other cool stuff. So let's check it out. Here's the attract mode. It's got some wild attract mode stuff going on. And this seems to do this the whole time. So I don't know if that's correct for this game. You got flashers and GI blinking. And there's quite a bit of that. This is a pretty cool little inlane thing here where it's got a target in there. The ball can go this way and then come here, and then you can essentially shats up this side and hit that. I just thought it was cool. Yeah, but here's the attract mode, and it's got some weird sound. I'm gonna try and play a game so you guys can see it. I'm gonna do this one-handed. Well, that didn't work. And my right hand is I'm shooting this on my phone, so.
That black power has missed it.
That's it. There's your game, MACH 2.02. If I have any other repairs, I'll do them. I had to fix the driver board and some fuse clips and a couple ROM reseats, and that's what I got to get this thing running. I wish I would have filmed that, but just real basic stuff to get it running. Now I'm going to shop it, clean it all up, put some LEDs in it, get some new rubber on it, and get it ready to play. So see what happens. Have a good one, guys.